You are listening to the Aligned and Alive podcast with Chrissy May, where we discuss the various aspects of spirituality and wellness. A place where you can find guidance and a space to explore your life's meaning and purpose, allowing you to become connected, aligned, and feeling fully alive. Welcome back to another episode of Aligned and Alive. And yes, my voice is a little hoarse this morning. I am on the mend, healing, and I thought, you know what? I just cannot let this opportunity pass us by. We had our last episode with Ryan Blair, the amazing Ryan Blair, who talked about spirituality and business and his company, Altar Call, which is just a beautiful movement that I recommend you look into. It's at altarcall.com. So check that out. But I just thought I'd hop on and do a little solo episode today. Why not? It's a beautiful Friday here in sunny Arizona, and the weather's changing, which is, I think that's probably another reason why I got a little under the weather. It happens every year. I have no idea why, but I have pumped up my body with like the best supplements I always take when I start feeling a little under the weather. Today, I just wanted to really touch on areas of our life that we can dive deep in order to make profound shifts in the new year. I just got off of another podcast that I host with my co-host, Catherine Lucado from Canada. And we talked all about 6 steps to set you up for success in 2023. And a lot of that is for entrepreneurs and real estate agents, business owners, and really anybody. But the basis of our show is pretty much real estate entrepreneurs. And so that's what holds true over here in the health and wellness, spirituality space, and what you can be doing today to really set yourself up in a way different experience next year. This is the time. This is the time to start gearing up for those new years, not waiting to January 1st, but showing up right now rather than keep putting it off in the future. Procrastination is what gets everybody is I'll do it tomorrow. I'll change my lifestyle tomorrow with my food intake. I hate the term diet. I never used the word diet in the past probably 20 years because nobody wants to be on a diet. It's not a diet. It's not a short-term fix. This is a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, committing to it on a daily basis. It's not to say you can't go have a slice of pizza every now and then or whatever your thing is, but committing to a healthy lifestyle. And it's going to impact every area of your life. So when we talk about eating whole foods and really nourishing your body and nourishing your soul and your spirit, all of these are going to have a profound effect on what you are attracting in your life. So start looking at foods as energy. This is a great way of starting to look at it. If you ever get caught up in, oh, it's not a big deal if I have this cheeseburger from McDonald's or this takeout food from, what other food chain that you find yourself being pulled to, it's what it stacks up to be. It's going to start building toxicity in your body. And how, if you look at it this way, how can you attract anything healthy in your life on a consistent basis if you're full of toxicity? How can you attract a healthy relationship if you are a toxic person? How can you attract healthy clients in business if you are a toxic person? So just flipping that script a little bit and starting to look at it through a different lens, looking at food as nourishment and healing and energy and a way to really just elevate your vibration. When you elevate your vibrational frequency, now you're going to be attracting at a way different state. You're attracting from a heightened state. So now you're attracting abundance and opportunities and positivity and people that are of like-minded frequency, healthy individuals, healthy relationships, healthy business partnerships. So looking at it as taking ownership of everything that you choose to do on a daily basis. If you choose to consume toxic foods and substances and you're filling your body with toxicity, just know you're going to get that in return, regardless of what it's doing long-term to your body.
regardless of the disease that it's creating within your body that will show up eventually at some point, because it will. If you want to live and attract a certain life and lifestyle, you have to become it. We attract who we are. We don't attract what we want. You can be a toxic individual and want a healthy relationship, but it's never going to happen. You may have some silver tongue and maybe get that girl or guy immediately on false pretenses, but it will never last. So long-term healthy relationships will only match like-minded. Looking at it through that lens will hopefully allow you to make better choices. Let's just paint a picture here for a minute. I like painting pictures, getting a little in the dream state. Picture that you want to have your dream guy or your dream girl. Like you want that dream partner, that dream partnership. And you've been dating for quite some time and it's just not happening. You're attracting all the people that you thought were just you'd never wanted. You thought they were so great going into it, and then they flip, or it was so fast and furious and attraction and passion and chemistry, and then it died, like it dissipated. Well, what I would suggest is to go back, reflect on it, and ask yourself some key questions. Was I a healthy individual when I met this person? Because you only can attract who you are, not what you want. And so if we're attracting who we are, you can't be upset at the other individual. You have to look inward and be honest with yourself and have enough self-awareness to say, maybe there are areas in my life where I'm still unhealthy. Maybe there are areas in my life where I still have toxic tendencies that is attracting this human being. And that's where I would like to take you down that road of truly creating that relationship that you want, that reality that you want. It all comes back to self, all of it. It's actually a mirror of where you're at currently in your life. And so if I'm attracting high vibe relationships, if I'm attracting high vibe opportunities and prosperous opportunities from healthy individuals and just flourishing in that energy, it's a reflection, a mirror to tell me I am showing up at my highest capacity with love and integrity and self-care and positivity and all these beautiful things that are flowing within me, that I am operating at a healthy frequency. That's my mirror. If I'm attracting a lot of toxicity in my life and drama, it's an indicator that there's some imbalance in me personally going on because I am attracting that into my space. So that's a really good rule of thumb to look at. It's a really good test to see where you truly are so you don't kid yourself on what you think may be and what really is. I would use that as a test. And so we use these experiences daily as an invitation for where are we currently in our lives. There's a stop judging. Inner critic needs to go away, and rather than just give yourself some grace. We are doing life and trying to do our very, very best, most of us. And there's going to be times where you're going to slip and fall or trip and make poor judgment, looking at somebody with a different lens, thinking there's something else. I mean, all these things, it's just life, and we're trying to figure it out along the way. But give yourself some grace, pick yourself back up, and just start going inward again, because the inner work is going to be the sole foundation to what you are attracting on the outside. So what we can do is an exercise, and I do this often too, because I love writing. I love to take my journal and just write. I write every single day. Writing is just part of my daily practice and has been for so many years. And when we put pen to paper, it's very powerful, and it helps us to not only purge it onto the piece of paper from our brains and like just become like a dump session, but it also becomes real. We're seeing it, we're writing it. There's a connection. And so I would suggest is to grab a journal or some paper and just start writing. Start writing areas where you feel really good, really strong. You have a lot of strength in that area. I feel confident. And then write down another column areas where you need improvement and just be honest with yourself. Give yourself some grace. No one's judging. Write down the areas where you're not so strong in, where you could use some improvement. We all do. I mean, I still have a list of things where I'm still trying to fine tune in my give me grace column. and and I am, and they are fine tuning. It hasn't happened overnight. And it's just a work in progress. But where I am today, as opposed to where I was, a year ago, is night and day. And I feel it. Inwardly, I feel it. And so can you. So grab a piece of paper, grab your journal, and just start writing away. Start writing down your strengths and start writing down the give me grace column. And that will start positioning you on where you need to focus on in order to attract the life that you really want. So, say your give me grace column is have a hard time eating healthy. Maybe your biggest thing is you'd like a lot of junk food and it's very difficult for you to make that shift into a healthy lifestyle. Start implementing the small daily steps you can to start shifting into that healthy lifestyle. It's not going to happen overnight. You're retraining, you're reprogramming your entire brain and body, more importantly, your brain. And so, what I would suggest is to start eliminating certain things. For instance, if you're doing a lot of fried foods, I would reel back on the fried processed foods and start integrating something a little bit healthier. For instance, like fried chicken, start going to a grilled chicken. And then start finding little like healthy sauces that you can put on top to give it a little bit more flavor. If you are doing turkey sandwiches, I know a lot of people that eat turkey sandwiches, and I get it. I like a good turkey sandwich, but bread is not good for you, right? So start looking at other options. There are some gluten-free options out there that do taste good that you can start switching to. And eventually you'll get to the point where you only want a turkey sandwich like once a month. I mean, it just becomes an elimination. Cheeseburgers. If you love cheeseburgers, try to go without the bun and just have the cheeseburger and put like all the toppings on it. I trained myself 10 years ago to no longer eat a burger with a bun. Like I no longer do that unless it's like a cheat day or cheat meal I have, or I want to go out and I have actually a good cheeseburger. Well, my cheeseburgers are good anyway. I don't need a bun with them, but that's my point is that you can start eliminating it as a daily basis item. And now it just becomes like if you want to go and have a cheat meal on a Saturday, you can look forward to it and have that. We're restructuring your day-to-day food plan to where you're eliminating the real big ticket items that are bringing you down energetically, health, brain fog. There's so many things that go into eating poor. So we're taking those away and just switching them to a different option. Once you start to reprogram your brain this way, you'll be amazed at what you start like yearning for, to where now your body really craves the higher frequency full foods as opposed to the processed fillers. You're going to start really craving that as opposed to the junk that existed before. Start small, start making those small shifts every single day. They're going to really start stacking to that bigger goal, which is to shift to a healthier lifestyle. So, to wrap it up, we are going to just reflect back on what I just talked about today, which is if you want to create the life of your dreams, if you want to create the relationship of your dreams, if you want to attract the relationship or job opportunities or business partnerships, it all comes back to you. 100% it comes back to you. What frequency are you emitting? Are you emitting a positive high vibe frequency? Are you a positive, healthy individual? You will attract those. If you are a low vibe, processed food junkie, toxic, negative in ways, filled with drama, you most likely are going to be attracting such from that vibe frequency. It's law. It is law, and there's no way around it. So remember, we attract who we are, not what we want. And therefore, we want to become the healthiest, most vibrant version of ourselves each and every day. I hope all of you were able to see that through a different lens rather than looking at it as sacrificing something Don't look at it like a sacrifice. Look at it as a gain. When you eat full, nourishing foods, you're elevating your frequency. You're elevating your attracted state. Not only will you become more attractive, you're going to glow because you have some really beautiful nourishment moving out throughout your body, but you're going to attract now healthier options. You're going to feel better. So you're going to attract healthier people. You're going to operate at a more clear state. So you're going to understand what you want and what you don't want in life. Now you have decisiveness. And so all these things come about through shifting your mindset to eating healthier, to looking at life as you are the energetic machine that is creating everything. So fill it with love, fill it with wholeness, fill it with goodness, and you will attract that. We all need to become our own advocates and educate ourselves more on these options that are available to us through holistic lifestyle and whole foods that can reshape and rewire and reprogram our bodies and mind and spirit. So I wish you all a beautiful, wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Much love.